watching Rogers TV.
Welcome to Ottawa in the Know. This hour of Ottawa in the Know is packed with fun, from Nutrition Month, tips and wellness, inspiration, to incredible history, March break adventures, hands-on museum. I'm saying it so fast, there's so much. So be sure to stay with us and you'll definitely be in the know by the end. Well, March is Nutrition Month, and with March break on the go, many families are thinking about how to stay healthy, energized, balanced, new season. My next guest believes the best medicine often starts before we ever step into the hospital. Please welcome Dr. Kwadwo Kuramtang, Dr. K, critical care physician, wellness advocate, and founder of Prevention Over Prescription is what I'm holding right here. And he's going to have us in the know in about 8 minutes or less. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. I said it so fast that I even said your last name a little bit wrong, so I do apologize there. How are you?
I am glorious. We are in the midst of spring. The weather's getting better. I am feeling energized. And really glad to be here with you, Julie. So I'm feeling really good.
Okay, I do love that. And I just want to say to everybody at home, if you don't have this book, you're actually going to feel energized reading it, because you give us so many great tips. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because we're here on March break and it's kind of that reset. The seasons are changing. And you have that idea of prevention over prescription. So what does that platform mean to you?
Well, Julie, it really started from my experience during the pandemic. So as you mentioned earlier, I'm an intensive care physician, so I take care of the sickest of the sick. And when I saw a lot of the patients that were coming through during the pandemic, they had metabolic syndrome, so high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, obesity. And so this big aha moment came to me when, if we focused on how to get healthy, you're not landing in hospital in the first place. Mm-hmm. So our whole platform transitioned to, hey, how do we keep people out of hospital? How do we keep them out of the intensive care unit? And I gotta tell you, it has been so empowering talking about these things, because when you, like the conversation we're gonna have today is going to save someone's life. I wholeheartedly believe that. When you transform the way you eat, how you focus on movement and do all the right things, not only are you putting yourself in a better shape, but you're also influencing the people around you. It's hard not to be motivated when your loved ones or the people that are under your influence see you getting healthy. So this to me has been a big transition, but a huge passion spot for me.
Yeah, and I can imagine the conversations you've had even to come to this point with all the knowledge that you have to share. Let's go movement first. Everybody's going March break, everybody wants to move, get out there. What are some tips of, if you're not really moving and wanting to get out there, how can you keep that part of your physical every day?
I think part of it, Julie, is knowing how powerful just increasing your step count can be. So as an example, a lot of people don't realize that when you increase your step count, it's associated with living a longer life. And you're gonna get your better sleep, you're gonna be in better shape, your mood is gonna be better. So once again, the evidence supports that for example, if you increase your step count by about 25%, your ability to sleep is going to be that much more enhanced. And so, as an example, those that are doing the European vacation, if you've been to Europe and done, when you've got the, seeing all the sights, you're probably not even remembering when your pillow hits the head, your head hits the pillow. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think just being cognizant of how important and how vital it can be. Another example of that is when you walk after your meal. So it's a very maternalistic. Your mom often said, "Let's walk off that meal." What we see in the literature is that your blood sugar spikes are going to be less as a result. So you're getting yourself into better shape just by adding that step count. And little ways to do it: park a little bit further when you're going to Costco. Use the bathroom a floor above or a floor below.
All those great little tips.
Absolutely.
And I love that what you say in here is that idea of not that it just gets your movement going, it actually alleviates the stress, it gets you go. Yeah, it's great. And another great tip is once you do steps, and you see half the people have their watches on, they're trying to beat those steps themselves. So it becomes, like you say, that self-fulfilling. The other thing we talk about is food, conversations around food. Everybody wants to, fuel for success and things like that. Are some tips that you can give families to think about?
The number one tip that I could give everybody, because I think 93% of the people aren't achieving this, is increasing your protein intake. And when I say how much protein, it's usually anywhere from 0.7 to 1 gram per ideal body weight. So for me, as an example, I'm 200 pounds plus. I'm aiming for about 140 to 200 grams of protein. And the magic of that is that you are going to more likely to keep your lean muscle or increase your lean muscle mass, which will keep your blood sugar levels up. You're going to burn more calories just by having more lean muscle. You are going to have better blood sugar regulation. Your mood is going to be better. You're going to feel more energized. You'll make better decisions when it comes to your food because you're going to feel fuller. And so everything in my mind comes into place when you focus on protein, and protein first, by the way. So if your kids or yourself, you got that chicken breast, vegetables, and pasta, make sure you hit that protein first so you're more likely to achieve your goals.
Okay, I like it. I know we don't have too much time. I'd love you for the full hour, but I'll bother you another time. There's a lot of talk around fasting, just for those parents at home, because I know I'm a bit of a picker. Like, I love to eat, and when you have kids and you make meals and they don't finish them, I'm always the first to eat them. So what's some ideas of, like, curbing that appetite?
Yeah, the ideas in terms of curbing your appetite, honestly, not to be too repetitive, is if you focus whether it's your snacks or your main meals on protein, you're going to feel fuller. You're going to be less likely to make those snacky decisions. And then to your question about fasting, once again, this is not a tool for everybody, but it's a nice way of controlling your calories. So, for example, I tend to not eat till about noon, and my last meal I'll eat probably before 8 o'clock. And so for me, I allow myself about 3,000 calories. To eat that much food in 8 hours is a tough thing to do.
That's great. Okay, I'm taking that advice. Everybody at home, lots of advice there. You have all the information of how to get a hold of Dr. K. He's got a great podcast. Get engaged, be in charge, and enjoy the start of your March break. We're back with more ideas for you and your families.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
They say life is measured in moments, but really, it's measured in beats. Every beat is a promise, a rhythm that carries us forward, even when the world feels uncertain. In medicine, we chase those beats. We mend them, we protect them, we fight for them. For 50 years, these halls have been home to pioneers. Visionaries who shaped the very heart of cardiovascular medicine. But it's not just the breakthroughs, it's the people. The everyday heroes who make every beat matter. We've learned that a heart is more than muscle and blood. It's memory, it's courage, it's connection. Our heart lives on in those we serve. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This is our story. 50 years of heart. And we're just getting started.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. Well, history is filled with incredible characters, and my next guest is bringing one of its most fascinating stories to life on stage. Please welcome actor and playwright Peter Brough, creative lairds of the Locks, the Scots of Bytown. Through powerful solo theatre, he explores the remarkable story of a Scottish builder, Thomas McKay, and the people surrounding him. And this is such a great, well, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I know we only have 8 minutes, and I know you have so much to share, but there's so much leading up to Bytown 200, so this is a lovely start to it, March 21st.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful way to start it, and to recognize a figure here in Ottawa that we don't usually even know about. And I thought I knew everything about Ottawa history, you know, going back to Blood on the Moon, which I wrote about 30 years ago, about the assassination of D'Arcy McGee, and many other kind of historical little bits of Ottawa, and yet I didn't know this story.
How did you come upon it?
Well, I was approached by the Scottish Society here in Ottawa, and they were looking to see if they could access some funds from Scotland itself to basically celebrate Scottish diaspora. So this fund from Scotland is all over the world. Scottish people can, Scottish descendants or whatever, or clubs can apply for it. So I was approached on this. So would I be interested in maybe putting a budget together, see what would happen? And I'm like, well, a little Frenchman here, we'll try and do that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I put it together, and quite frankly, to my surprise, we got it. So the race was on, as it were, because it had to be done by a certain point. And so I started immersing myself in Scottish history here in Bytown. And as I did, I was drawn almost immediately to the story of Thomas McKay.
Okay, and who is this character, Thomas McKay?
So Thomas McKay was a stonemason in Perth, Scotland. And during the clearings of Scotland, during the times they were forcing people from the north to the south, he and his family escaped kind of poverty and famine by emigrating here to Canada. He stayed in Montreal. He sought work as a stonemason, and he really got really good really fast. And people saw that and brought him on to work on the Lachine Canal, which at that time was one of the biggest projects in North America. And then he was approached by Colonel John By, who was building this canal from the Ottawa River to Lake Ontario, and would Mackay be interested in that? And he said, yeah, absolutely. He jumped at the chance, and he became basically the architect for the beginning of the canal from the Ottawa River to Hartwell Locks. That's all him. Wow. But he went on. He stayed in Ottawa. Most people, after the canal was built, they went off, did different things, but he saw real possibilities here. You know, here was a new canal that was going to go all the way to the St. Lawrence. Here was the Ottawa River, which goes all the way to Montreal, a powerful river that you could have sawmills, you could have clothing mills, textile mills. So he leased a lot of the land, or bought a lot of the land, which is now New Edinburgh. And so he bought that to bring over Scotsmen in particular and say, you know, let's settle the land here. And what was amazing about him was his ability to pull people together. He was a Presbyterian, and he built St. Andrew's Church, which
oh my goodness,
it is really quite a history.
Yeah.
The Bytown Museum building, the oldest one in Ottawa, 1820. He built that. He built Rideau Hall. that was his home. His daughter called it Rideau Hall.
Oh,
we don't know these things.
No, we don't.
He came from poverty, built himself up to be one of the richest men in this area ever, and yet he overcame personal tragedy after personal tragedy. His son dies on the way to Montreal. He has to bury him at sea. His other son dies of smallpox less than a year later. His older son dies and drowns in the Ottawa River. And yet he still stays because he believes in the community. He believes in bringing these people together, and whether they're Irish, French Canadian, Scottish, Presbyterians, Catholics, it didn't matter. We could forget all of those arguments that we had over there, and here we can create something new. So it was a very inspiring story.
Oh, lovely. Well, you're very passionate about it. I'm glad they had you take it on. Where will you be performing this?
Well, I am lucky enough to be performing it in St. Alexander's Church, which is on Wellington, and it is wonderful to be able to do it in there with the help of St. Andrews and the Scottish Society. So it should be a wonderful show, I think. And also, like, as I say, we ignore our history at our peril. You know, we have so much rich stories. I don't need to watch Netflix. I have these great stories that we can explore right here.
Yeah, and was it easy enough to get all of the information? Like, how did you look for it? Did it come to you? Is it in our archives? Is it there? And
I don't think there's enough in our archives, but there's a wonderful book by Alistair Sweeney, who's a local historian, and his book is very rich, very detailed. But I have the advantage as a playwright to be able to expand on certain things. So, for example, the death of one of his children, well, that can be just a line in a history, and his son died, and he was buried at sea. But my joy as a playwright is to kind of immerse myself in that body and say, how would I feel? How would I feel if I had to do that? Or how would I feel if I had just built this wonderful canal and people are cheering along the banks of it as you come in?
Yeah.
How do I feel when I watch an Algonquin family get displaced by it? You know, knowing I created it and I'm moving people off. Like, there is a great deal of poignancy, I think, to the story.
Yeah.
And it's also, if I may,
yes,
it's the story of immigration.
Yes.
And immigrants in Canada. And sometimes we forget, you know, if you're of Scottish heritage, well, you might be 5th, 6th generation. But we have immigrants coming in all the time. And I think this story shows and demonstrates the value of immigration and what it means to build.
Yes, build community.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic. Well, I am not going to miss that show. Everybody at home, please take advantage. It's a great thing. March 21st at the church. All the information's there, and please follow him. He's a fantastic actor and playwright, all on his own. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with what's going on in the city.
The serious weather event the National Capital Region was bracing for this week has so far been pretty uneventful. Environment Canada issued a forecast calling for freezing rain across the city with ice accumulation of between 10 to 20 centimeters. With slick conditions, school buses were canceled, and many employers cautioned workers to avoid commutes. But so far, ice buildup has been minimal. Police and weather experts are still advising people to be cautious on city streets and sidewalks and avoid major roadways unless absolutely necessary. Rainfall is expected to continue through Thursday before changing into snow. For Rogers TV Community News, I'm Mike James.
I did it. I need it.
A hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website, Life's a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Unscripted, uninterrupted coverage of events by Canada's business leaders, visionaries, and social figures. Watch Podium exclusively on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. Well, are you looking for all the best ways to make March break unforgettable? Well, my next guest is the expert on everything fun, festive, and family-friendly in Ottawa. Please welcome Vladimir Jean-Gilles, Manager of Travel Media Relations at Ottawa Tourism. He's here to give us the inside scoop on some must-see events, hidden gems, and all the ways to enjoy our city.
Absolutely.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me again.
I love having you on almost once a month so we all stay in the know. So
absolutely.
That's perfect.
That's how we stay in the know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, everybody's talking St. Pat. Were you at the St. Patrick's Parade?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But it's definitely, I mean, in Ottawa, it's definitely a huge part of our culture. It's a huge part of the festivities. And the St. Patrick's Day bar crawl is going to be happening on March 14th.
Okay.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, how does that work?
So you can sign up on the St. Patrick's bar crawl website. There's about 300 or so tickets available.
Okay,
so make sure to go.
300 bars. I'm like, wow, how are you going to do
or so
that?
tickets,
Yeah.
and they've been nominated for the third time in a row the best St. Patrick's bar crawl in Ottawa. So make sure to go ahead and take advantage of that. The tickets give you access to multiple locations around the city with a drink as well, and it's a great way to discover your city, do some tourism in your own backyard, and make some cool friends around St. Patrick. You know,
and not be in a lineup.
And not be in a lineup.
That's the one good thing on St. Patrick's Day too.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you know some of the locations it's stopping at?
I'm not sure, but you can find all that information on the St. Patrick's Bar Crawl website. Like I said, it's also on the Ottawa Tourism website. A lot of it's going to be taking place throughout the Byward Market as well, with some iconic locations. We have some of our most iconic bars. For example, Chateau Lafayette is the oldest bar in Ottawa. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to discover some of our landmarks through that bar crawl as well.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, we have an international film festival here in Ottawa.
Yes,
running right
it's
now.
ongoing right now, and so it's ongoing until March 22nd, and it's an opportunity for everybody to get to know some amazing Canadian filmmakers, some amazing Canadian films and products as well, but also some international, maybe some gems that you might not know about, and it's one of my favorite things to do in the city. I'm actually going to be having a one-on-one conversation with Oscar-nominated director Philippe Falardeau, who directed one of my favorite films, Monsieur Lazare. He was nominated for Best Foreign Picture at the 2015, I believe, Academy Awards. So that's going to be happening live at the Ottawa Art Gallery as well.
Okay.
And from March 20th to March 24th it will be the beginning of the Ottawa Black Film Festival, which is going to highlight some of the contribution of local filmmakers, Black filmmakers from the Canadian scene, but also it's also an opportunity to discover some gems from the Black cinema from around the world that will also be promoted there too.
That's fantastic. So what locations will some of these films be shown?
Some of them at the Ottawa Art Gallery, some of them at the NAC. So it's going to be a little bit everywhere. It's definitely one of those. If you have your ticket, if you don't have your tickets right now, please go and get it, because if you want to talk about tourism in your own backyard, it's definitely one of those opportunities for you to discover some of the programming going on at the Ottawa Art Gallery, for example, and see some of the different things that are happening there as well. So yeah, definitely.
That's great. I didn't realize it was going on for so long.
Yeah.
613 Flee.
You know, I love that. Every time it comes back, I remember last year during, I believe it was around the Hockey World Junior time, I I went there and I found out that they were selling some old school Nintendos, Game Boys, all the stuff that made me super happy growing up as a kid. So it's a flea market taking place at the Albaldine Pavilion at Lansdowne, and you will see a variety of artistic, vintage products, locally made stuff, things that you might not even know, particular niche things that you might find very interesting. And I missed out on the last one, and I definitely want to make sure that this one is on my calendar and on your calendar as well for all of you tuning in. You don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, March 21st.
March 21st.
The one thing I love about that is there really is something for everyone. Like you're talking about the Nintendos, but there is, for me, it's the fashion that's in there.
Yeah.
Like they have curated some really spectacular
cool
pieces. And there's more vendors that are in with it, but they all got something different, which is fantastic.
All got something different, and if you're a fan of vintage clothing as well, which I am, I know I'm not wearing any vintage right now, but that's my style outside of work related stuff, and you'll find a lot of that at the Albany Pavilion as well. And the Albany Pavilion itself is such a landmark of the city, so it's definitely a great opportunity for you to explore Lansdowne.
Yeah, definitely. Lansdowne has so much to offer.
Yeah.
Okay, we also have the Ottawa Home and Garden Show.
Yeah, from March 19th to 22nd, I believe. Yeah. So that is for anybody who's a homeowner or who wants to become a homeowner and who wants to discover some of the different services that are available, whether it's for moving services, painting jobs or window jobs or whatever, or roofing, you get to this is going to be a marketplace where you're going to get to see some of the vendors and their services and what they have to offer, and see how they could support you with some of the projects that you might have going on around the house. It's a great way to, connect with other homeowners or people who have different sort of projects, both commercial and residential projects as well. It's a great networking opportunity and a great way for you to get to know some of what's going on around you, what everybody has to offer, what services are around you.
And I find too, when you go to those types of shows, there's things you didn't even know.
That's my favorite part, because I go there thinking like, I'm not trying to change any windows around the house right now, but you go there and you're like, and you find out everything that goes behind. It really is a show, right? So you find out everything that goes behind the work that everybody's doing, why they're using this specific type of method, this specific type of approach to whatever it is that they're doing, and it's honestly fascinating. The stuff, it's a great way to learn, and it makes me feel like a grown-up.
Okay. Well, you're acting like one, so it's lovely.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, and you're sharing
so
all
far,
of
so
this.
Good.
There's lots for the kids to do, obviously. Ottawa Tourism is a one-stop shop to check it out. I did invite on your behalf 3 of the museums.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. But what's your favorite thing you're going to be doing this March? Don't even get a chance to answer that. You're going to have to listen to it on the live podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks,
exactly. We will have him back for sure, because Ottawa Tourism, all you need to know every month, we'll have something to say, but we'll be up next with everybody from the farm.
Let me be clear about the goal here. We want the Byward Market to be snatched, clean, safe, busy, beautiful, a place where residents are proud to live, businesses can thrive, and visitors immediately understand why the district is the heart of our city.
Starting with the motion on daycare spaces. Is that carried?
Carried.
The motion on public washrooms, is that carried?
Dissent.
The motion on service concentration, is that carried?
Carried.
The motion on the steering committee, is that carried?
Carried.
And pedestrianization in bollards, is that carried?
Carried.
This is a very exciting plan for the Byward Market, and I'm really thrilled that we're moving forward with it and that it passed unanimously at City Council. It's a very, very strong plan with a lot of exciting elements in it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it introduced and to be candid, I'm really excited about the potential for the two public spaces that we own, the two public facilities that we own, the Byward Market building and the Clarence Street parking garage that could become a major attraction in the Byward Market going forward.
Welcome to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay. I'm happy to be here to show you everything from bike trails to kitchen tales and all the things in between that make Ottawa so great.
Hey, I'm Dave, and I absolutely love to camp.
Why do we do this? Why do we go out here with the bugs, the bears, skunks chasing you, poison ivy, ticks, you name it. Why do we do it? Because we love it. I love it.
I wanted to take my passion for filming and the outdoors and combine them, and that's why I'm here. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know.
Welcome back. Well, March break is here and the museum is buzzing with springtime fun, from baby lambs to live chickens, hand-on birds, games, crafts, and even maple treats. Jamie Regarden from Agriculture Museum is here to show us how to celebrate the season. And you probably have never heard me talk so low, but I just don't want him to go away. Who is this little guy?
So I'd like to introduce you to Bowser. Bowser lives at the museum. He is a rooster known as a Cerama breed, and he's a bantam, which means that he's a miniature chicken. So he's about half the size of a standard-sized chicken. Yeah. And he's quite the celebrity because he does like to go to different libraries, and he visits classrooms. So he's very good with the spotlight.
Okay, if he's visited classrooms, and I don't have to be that quiet.
That's right.
Okay, that's fair. So much going on at the farm. Is it nice to see everybody? Like, they're always there, but not as many visitors. So now that it's March break.
Exactly. Now it's March break, so the museum is buzzing with activity. We have lots of springtime babies that are just recently born. We have lambs, we have baby goats that we call kids. So everything is just in full bloom at the farm. So we have daily demonstrations, but in addition to those, we are here to promote our March break activities, which run from March 14th to March 22nd.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Everyone at home, we're getting the full in the know information right here.
That's right.
Maple, when you say Maple, everybody's there. So you actually have a full-size kitchen at the museum?
We do. We have a demonstration kitchen. We have daily demonstrations every day, and it's a wonderful way for people to learn how to bake, what's in their food, where their food comes from. So, of course, Maple was very fitting for this season.
Yes.
So we're celebrating everything Maple. We have a couple of different samples here that we brought today to show you, because Ontario is actually the second largest producers of maple syrup after Quebec, of course. And we make about 1.7 million liters of maple syrup per year. So that's quite a bit. So what to do with that?
Yes,
right?
what do we do with that?
So we can make some baked goods. So we have some maple oat cookies here. And we always like to encourage all of the kids who come to these demonstrations to participate as well. So they'll come up and they'll mix all the ingredients together, learn all about them. And then we also have another mix that we decided to make here, which is a maple cereal snack mix. And this one is kind of like a sweet and salty kind of taste. Some of our favorite cereals are used in it, and it's a nice little crunch and a wonderful way to have a snack while watching a movie, which is also something that we are doing during March break. We are showing different movies, family movies every day as well.
Okay, so how do people access all this information?
Well, they can go on our website and visit our webpage for March break, and they'll find all the activities that are listed there. The movie showings will be listed there as well, because it's a different one every day of March break. And we have English and French showings as well every day.
So you're definitely suggesting to spend the day at the museum.
Absolutely, because after they go to the demonstration kitchen, they can go then into our craft and game room as well. So as you see here, we have lots of different examples of the different crafts that kids can make with their families. So for the budding artists,
I'm just going to hold one up.
Yes.
Are you good?
Oh, he's very good.
Okay, look at that. That is perfect.
Yes. So we encourage them kind of like to be creative in their own way. To no two birds are alike. So it's the same for their craft. This is a watercolor paper craft that they get to take home. And after they've done that, they can also visit our game room, which is themed all by birds, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on because I know that I could hear them saying, Julie, do something other than hold that bird. But I do love the idea that the focus is all about birds. And why did you choose that for this March break?
Because we feature our farm birds a lot during our daily demonstrations. We teach about chickens, we teach about the life cycle of chickens and how they grow, but we also wanted to feature backyard birds because a lot of people don't know that they play a very important role in agriculture.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are insectivores, they eat lots and lots of bugs, and that's great for farmers because these bugs can really damage crops. So backyard birds can do a lot of good for farmers and for gardeners as well.
Okay. So first we're going to talk about a scavenger hunt that you have.
Exactly.
So where would they be looking for these?
So they're going to be looking for these in trees.
Okay.
So we have all of these all these birds that are laminated here. They're all hanging in different trees.
Smart.
So they have to go find them, and that way they get to learn the birds' names as well. Because these are all birds they probably have seen before in their backyard, but it's nice for them to know what the names are.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. It's actually great. I think it's actually a good reminder for parents too.
Yes.
I've always said, everybody at home, you know the museum is just a place to go. You have to do literally no work. The kids are occupied, and we all get to learn something.
Right.
I love the stuffed animals. So is this another?
That's right. Well, you can squeeze these. So once they find the birds, these sounds actually represent the actual sound that the birds make. We also do have QR codes that they can go and find the birds themselves once they hear their sound. So they do a matching game.
Okay. I just want to hear the American goldfinch.
That's a beautiful one.
This is wonderful because these are the sounds that we're starting to hear every morning, which actually make our day because we're so excited about that. Okay, you have, I like this one.
We have matching games as well. So match the bird's body to the correct bird.
Yeah.
So these are fun little things that children of all ages can do. You did it. You got the cardinal, the red cardinal. And then over here, it's another matching game. This one is a feather matching game. So you have to match the feathers to the appropriate bird that it goes with.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of fun. What are some tips for parents when they do have backyard birds? Like, are there some tips that you can give them?
Probably some bird feeders is the best thing, but make sure that your bird feeder is nice and clean. So you want to make sure that every year that you put it out before spring arrives, or right around spring, that's when you want to give it a good soak. Whoops.
Yeah,
there you go. He just needed to stretch out his wings.
That's good. That's good.
So you want to wash them with warm, soapy water, make sure that they're fully dry, and then you can put some nice birdseed feeders out in your backyard.
Which is another great activity for March break as well.
People can enjoy all the birds.
Okay, what is your favorite part about this March break?
This March break, probably all the newborns that are in our barns. We have sets of triplets currently. We have some twins. We have some singles. We have lots of lambs, lots of baby goats, and it's just a wonderful time to see it being so lively, full of activity. Yeah. So we encourage people to come because Easter is also right around the corner. So we will be celebrating that from April 3rd to April 6th.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you, Bowser. You were a great guest. Say bye to everybody. Yeah, there you go. And don't go away, everyone. We have all our Ingenia museums here, and up next is Space and Aviation. Bowser, you sticking around? Maybe.
Join me, holistic chef Daniela Croco, for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I just do want to do this nice little turn because I did take this lovely jacket off. Mandy has been taking good care of me at Stunning Ottawa. So if you're looking for anything for spring or any time of the season, Stunning is where you've got to go. But we are back and ready to launch into some of out of this world fun. Joining us is Alicia from the Canada Aviation Space Museum to take families on a March break mission, from hands-on crater activities and orbit demos to the Canadian Challenge and a space-inspired scavenger hunt. There is, well, welcome. There's so much to do this March break. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm getting really excited for March break.
Yes.
I know we've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
But at the Aviation and Space Museum specifically, we're getting excited for the Artemis II mission. I don't know if you've heard about it yet.
Yes.
Yes. So we've got Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen. He is heading over to go orbit the moon very shortly.
Is he coming to the museum as well? No.
We don't know if he'll be able to visit the museum after his mission. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that was.
But he will be going on a mission orbiting the moon with 3 other astronauts. So he's the only Canadian on the mission. So we are very excited. So that is why we've inspired our scavenger hunt with his mission patch. So right over beside you, we've got some samples of prizes and what that scavenger hunt looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Well, right away, you want to have this badge on anything.
Absolutely. But to win it, to take it home as a prize while supplies last, we do have a scavenger hunt to discover what all of the animals on this patch represent.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited about that. And so, can you give us an idea of what this animal represents, or do we have to do this?
I would definitely invite you to come visit our museum to learn more, but they are inspired by the 7 sacred teachings, so the Anishinaabe grandfather teachings.
Okay.
Yeah, so come to the museum. You'll find them spread out all around the museum, and then you will be discovering what they represent. And once you're done, you get a little prize.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, that's one activity. You've got quite a few, you said.
I did. So the mission I was saying is going to be orbiting the moon. So we're going to be learning a lot about the moon at the museum. We've got some demonstrations, so making craters, orbiting, gravity. But today here I brought with us a couple examples of craters, the moon, something you can explore with your hands, not just learn and listen about. And so here I've got a crater. If you want to try to put it together for us, we've got a puzzle.
Okay, I don't know if you know my role at home is I usually just organize the pieces.
So this one's a bit tough because these craters have a lot of different topography and all across the moon. So if you want to learn more about these craters and what part of the moon it's from and where it is and how deep it might be, come visit us and you can learn more. So
I love it. See, everybody, you just saw my...
it's pretty tough. It takes quite a while. So
which is great.
If you want to entertain your kids for a little bit, you just set them up at the puzzle and you go, great, I'm going to go look at the planes over here.
Yeah, and then it's obviously the things that are going around the moon.
Yes, that's the Orion space capsule that he will be inside. So that's only 9 meters cubed living space, maybe even smaller. So 4 people will be orbiting the moon 10 days right in that capsule.
Oh my gosh.
Really exciting.
Yeah, it really is exciting. And the idea that you're bringing it to life at the museum is exciting for any young and old person to learn about. Older as being me.
And then would you consider yourself someone who knows a little bit about space flight history or not so much?
No, I'm not so much. That's why I'm very excited. So but maybe I could surprise
myself.
myself.
The Challenge is going to be for you then. So we've got all these different little pieces. They're different mission badges, right? I said Jeremy Hansen has his own patch.
Yes.
It's among these, so I think you know where to put it. So we've got a couple samples of mission patches from the first Canadian that flew to space to the most recent. And you can't use your hands, though, because we know the Canadarm, right? Our very famous robotic. I have a little model of it here. It uses a snare at the end. It's called the end effector. So if you want to try to place one of these in order, I invite you to try to operate that Canadarm yourself.
Could you tell me what each of them are?
Yeah, so this one right here is Jeremy Hansen's mission patch.
Yeah.
So if
I'm
you
keep him at the end.
Definitely at the end.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay.
So keep them aligned together and it spins. There you go.
Okay.
So try it.
Yeah. There we go.
Amazing. Good job.
Okay, so right
this
away,
year,
I got
absolutely.
this year. Okay.
I already pre-placed Marc Garneau's mission patch. He was the first Canadian in space.
Great.
Absolutely. You might recognize this. It's in the shape of a guitar pick.
Yes.
There's an astronaut, very famous. We all know him and love him, Chris Hadfield.
Yes.
He brought a guitar to space there.
There we go.
Yeah. A most recent that went to space right here, David Saint-Jacques. That was in 2019.
Right. Sorry, Mr. Hatfield. We're just
gonna put you over.
Okay.
And up here, you're.
Oh, I don't want to drop you.
And up here, we've got Roberta Bondar, our first female astronaut in Canada. There you go. And you've got the whole.
I got it. I did know. I was just a little unsure. But what's great too is every one of these has more you can learn about, read about at the museum.
Absolutely. You can see their mission patches in real life. We might have some of their flight suits with us in the museum. There's a lot of fun artifacts
and
to
with
check
a mission
out.
patch, what is the story behind? Do they have an opportunity to create with it, or does it?
Yeah, so every astronaut has a mission patch that was created for their mission. So if we pull the one for Jeremy Hansen here, it is inspired directly by his mission because we see there is the orbit of the Orion space capsule going around the moon. So it's unique to their mission.
Yeah. I love it. And everybody around too. Oh, I love it.
If you want to take one home, we do sell the patches in the boutique.
Okay,
so if you want to start collecting, you can even go retroactively go back and get all of them. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So if you want a new jean jacket and fill it with patches.
Can I fit some on the back here? I probably could, eh?
We'll have to squeeze them in.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And this is a Canadian arm. Okay, so how does that work?
Absolutely. So once you've tried the challenge, you can also check out the Canadarm, which is in the museum. So that very first robotic arm that went to space. And we've just got a little example of how much it's changed over time. Okay. So the Canadarm has had multiple iterations. The first one was part of the space shuttle missions. And the second one is right now orbiting with the International Space Station. Yeah. So you can learn all about what the differences between them are, how it works, all the different components and what it looks like. Because seeing it in real life, it's very, very magical and fantastic.
It is, it is. Okay, you have so much fun at the museum. What is your favorite part of this March break?
Oh, all of it really, but I do have to say the scavenger hunt has been such a highlight, but also we do have a little selfie station where I brought Jeremy today as a little mini, but his full-size cutout is at the museum. So if you want to meet him, at least the cutout version of him, you can get a photo with him. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, and easy to find out hours, everything you need to know are on the
our website. We've got all the schedules for all the activities, so definitely check that before visiting.
Yeah, it's a full week of fun, and again, you want to put aside the entire day. Thank you so much for joining me, and look at all the fun you can have in space and everything else. Up next, we've got science and technology.
My name is John Kilcannon and I'm Ireland's ambassador to Canada, and I'm here to be part of the Ottawa Parade. It's incredible to have it back, first time since COVID. I think we've over 54 floats from across Ottawa and the greater region. It's a brilliant celebration of culture, community, creativity, everything that's great about Irish in Canada, everything that's great about Ottawa. What a wonderful city. And today we have the chance to walk down past Parliament with great pride, a great sense of identity, community, and a great sense of values, shared values between Ireland and Canada, which is what we celebrate today. And it's brilliant to have, so many, there's thousands and thousands of people lining the streets, young and old. We've met kids, grandparents, and they're just out celebrating what's great to be Irish, to be Irish Canadians. It's great. I have huge respect to the committee, Tom, the chair, who pulled it all together. The mayor has been so supportive, the city council has been supportive, and because it takes a village to make something like this happen. Success is many fathers, and this is a very successful day because of that group that have come together.
Hello to your cell phone. How can I help?
I need somebody, not just anybody. Won't you please, 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 please help
Welcome back. Well, it is March break, and it's a perfect time to spark curiosity, and my next guest knows exactly how to do that. Jason Armstrong, Director and Visitor Experience at Canadian Science and Technology Museum. Not sure why I'm putting this on, but he is here to show us the amazing hands-on experience and interactive exhibits and family-friendly everything this March break. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I'm putting these on.
Yes.
I didn't ask questions, anybody,
Okay,
so.
good. But we're going to talk about March break first.
Okay, perfect.
So,
Lots on the museum.
Yeah, so starting, we were open for last week for Quebec March break. This week is between, and then next week, so starting on Saturday, we're doing activities all around March break. We have our cardboard extravaganza, which is happening. It's about 10,000 square feet of building, so everything from small little creations. We have this whole kind of city built, and it's just growing and growing over this 2-week period.
Really?
So, you know, kids, parents, everyone is like making all of these creative things, and we're just displaying them, and it's growing. We also have a whole Lego build and display
amazing.
area. Yeah. And then I brought, that's kind of how my brain feels today, but I brought a little brain here. So we are doing some brain activities and some experiments. We have some universities coming in, and you actually can wear these sensors and then try and move things with your brain waves.
Really?
So that's really exciting.
Yeah, you've got a lot of great involvement with the universities.
Yeah, and then this weekend we also have another university that's going to be there, and they're using VR to look at learning, and so you're going to be able to put on a VR set, and then they're going to also be just looking at how knowledge acquisition helps, but so looking at maybe how VR could help with some of this stuff.
That's so exciting.
So
right?
yeah, every day, lots of stuff, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And then I also want to talk, so we're doing some other cool stuff. So we have collection tours that are starting up on Saturdays. So have you been by the museum recently?
I have not, but I do want to tell everybody at home, the stuff that you have on the floors, you have just so much more that you can bring on.
Yeah. So that's about 5% of what we have is in the floor of the museum, and then the other 95% is that building right beside the Canada Science Tech Museum.
Yes, that's bigger than your museum.
Yeah, so that's our storage facility. We just opened it a few years ago. We'll also be doing Doors Open in June, so that's another time people can come. But every Saturday we run French and English tours, and so these are just like some smatterings of stuff that you might see. So, okay, what is this here, Julie?
Is this a camera?
This is a camera.
Oh my gosh, if my daughter sees this, she's going to want it. Everybody wants to.
And my daughter, Polaroid. It's a Polaroid camera. This actually opens here.
Oh
this
my
thing opens
gosh.
here.
That is so fun. And you're really looking through here?
Yeah. So that's a Polaroid camera, and this thing can pop right out to adjust for how.
Oh my goodness, that is so fun. Hey, Steph, I can see you closer now. That is amazing.
Now, also here, so this is, if you can just wind that up a bit.
Okay, sure.
So what do we got here?
You have a video camera?
Yeah, this video camera, and then you can push that. There's a little button there.
Yeah.
Right here at the front.
Oh, right at the front.
And that you've just wound it up. So this gave you 1 minute of filming capability on real film, and you don't have Instagram filters. What you could actually do would be adjust these different lenses. So you had 3 different filters there that you could adjust.
Oh my God, it was so neat. When you look through, you actually see the black surrounding barrier.
So that's and that whole you take the film, you get 1 minute, you take it in, and we get it developed, you bring it back, you put it up on your video or on your projector. Hopefully you shot some good stuff.
Okay, exactly.
It was a
you
long
never
process.
knew.
It was not instant gratification.
But somehow we all sat down to watch those movies regardless. So it's pretty fun because it's real. Yeah, definitely. There's no coming back to
What's this?
This is this getting everybody to dinner?
No, this is a little hiking lamp. So spring's coming, we're going hiking, but so if you needed a hiking lamp,
really?
This was acetylene gas. So you put the acetylene in the bottom, you put water in this top thing, you'd hit this as a little sparker, and then that would create this light there, and you just hang this little thing on the back. I'm going to clip it out there.
Oh my God, I can see how that changed over time quickly.
Yeah, it's not a headlamp, yeah. And I'll just show you this last one. I mean, we don't have a ton of time. What do you think this is?
This is, I would love to say, heating? Something heating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. There we go. It's a toaster.
Okay, so between pasta and heating.
Yeah, well, there we go. It's a toaster.
Oh my gosh.
So you would put your toast in there.
Okay, and then you just close it up.
Yeah, and the clips are missing, and then it would clip on there. And then this was one of the first kind of electrical appliances that people had in their kitchens. And it would plug in there, You know, it was kind of more of a safety third sort of thing back then. But
safety third, I like it. That's fantastic.
So this is just, like I said, a smattering. We have more than 150,000 items in that building, and so we go and we see cars and locomotives and small things and big things, and then we have some of this on the floor that people can also interact with.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, back to this. Yeah. So you've had all the students from last week. And you just showed us some pictures, and that's what they've created within a week?
Yeah, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger as we create this kind of whole city of cardboard.
And is there any time limit?
We are there, so starting on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, you can get into our cardboard extravaganza. We kind of wrap it up maybe at 4:45, so we can do some cleanup. So there's a whole cardboard side, and then there's also a Lego side that you can also build on.
That's fantastic. Okay, everybody's wanting to enjoy the day at the museum. What is the best way when you have a family of 4 or 5? There's got to be some ways.
So there is. I mean, so a lot of people have memberships. That's a great way of, it's quite affordable. You get to all 3 museums. But also, you can go to any of the Ottawa Public Libraries. There are nearly 70 passes that are there scattered amongst the cities. You can reserve them. It's first come, first serve. You can look online on their website and find out where they are. But you go and you can pick up a pass. It's good for 7 days and gets you at any of the 3 museums for free.
That's fantastic.
So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then each of the 3 museums are also free between 4 and 5 every day of the week.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
fantastic.
those are ways that we just want to kind of open up for people who, it might be difficult. We know things are expensive now. So just to get out there and visit.
But absolutely. But I have to say, every museum, the programming that all 3 of you engineer, you can spend the entire day. So when you look at that and the cost of what it costs to get in, it's not really that much. It's a day of play.
It is, and that's why the memberships are actually such a great deal because it gets you into all 3 museums. So like I say, it's the best deal in town if you have kids. Because it gives you something. If it's a beautiful sunny day and you want to be outside, you go to the farm. And if it's maybe more rainy, maybe you end up at aviation or at the Science and Tech Museum. So it gives you like variety for anything that you need to do on the day.
In and out, no problem. Okay, summer camps are coming. Let's do a little bit of a kick on that.
We just started our registration. It's gone fast. So we still have spots though.
Everybody march, of course.
I know, you're thinking in the summer.
Good.
So this is one of the activities we do with our 7-year-old camps. And so it's they can program these cars and it has a little camera on it so it responds to color. So you'll just turn it on here. Yeah. And then you drop it on here. The green makes it go.
Okay.
And then pink makes it turn left. It goes there. And it does a little dance when it gets to purple. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
so
we have all these different color things, and so we can set up these big maps, and then they play with the cars and see how they program them to do different things.
So they work on the programming?
Yeah, we do a little bit of coding with the kids too.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Knowing that, kids are going to need to know how to do this. God knows I don't. But
I was just going to say, how does it look when they ask you to do it?
That's why I have amazing staff who they are able to help the kids on that. But
well, I will thank you personally for bringing every museum in. This is fantastic. Everybody at home, I hope you are now in the know of what's happening this March break. We are going to air this for a while, but it's the museums, it's the syrup, it's everything. It's all you want to do. Thank you, everybody, and thanks, Maggie, for all the beautiful flowers that you did to spark up our studio. We'll be back next week, and I'll have another outfit of Mandy's. Thank you so much for joining. We'll talk to you soon.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
So the month of March is the month of La Francophonie. And my organization, the Dialogue Network, we organize for the whole month of March les rendezvous de la francophonie. So it is an invitation to come celebrate and learn about Francophone culture across Canada. Our website, rvf.ca, is available in French and in English, so people can go. There's contests where you can learn about French culture and win plane tickets and books and other great prizes. We also have of activities for schools. And we also have a calendar of events of everything that's happening in the month of March that's in French, that is open to French speakers, but also people who are learning French as a second language, who are curious about French, about parents, maybe whose kids are in French schools or French immersion schools, and they want to connect a little bit more with what their children are learning at schools. So there's all kinds of ways for people to participate and activate themselves in Le